All right, greetings and salutations, my good friends, and welcome back to This Week in GeoGuessr. If you ever thought to yourself, man, I wonder what a whole week playing the GeoGuessr Daily Challenge would look like condensed into one video, then you came to the right place. And if you also asked yourself, man, is he about to show us an hour and 31 minutes and 26 seconds worth of Daily Challenge videos, because that's how long it would take if he actually threw all the recordings into Premiere and didn't cut anything? The answer is no. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Come on now. I like you guys. You guys are cool. I wouldn't do that. That'd be too long. No, but I really am going to condense my entire week playing the Daily Challenge into one video. So let's just go ahead and get started with Monday, June 26th. In this game, we had Argentina, Slovakia, the Philippines, Chile, and Mongolia in that order. And to be honest, I didn't do that great. In round one for Argentina, I saw a sign that said 39, so I looked around for Highway 39 and I did find it. However, I guess there are two Highway 39s in Argentina because the one I chose was not correct, and I got like 1,400 points, and it was pretty bad. Round two in Slovakia was pretty much uneventful. I'm not really good at Europe, and I couldn't find anything specific, so I guess Slovenia, which is close enough. Round three, again, it just really looked like the Philippines. One thing to note about the Philippines is that they use a lot of English there, so that's why I kind of guessed the Philippines. That's why my first thought was in the Philippines. If you see a lot of English, it's probably going to be Philippines over somewhere like Malaysia or Indonesia, so that's why I guessed Philippines. And I did okay, I could have been better. But round four, man, round four was brutal. This was Chile, and it was just like the middle of nowhere. I took the entire amount of time looking around, and I eventually found one piece of text that said Chile. If I hadn't found that piece of text on that dumpster or whatever, I legitimately had no clue where I was. It was overcast, so I couldn't really see which hemisphere I was in, and you were just surrounded by mountains. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, where am I? Unfortunately, I don't have any reaction of me doing this round because I legitimately don't have audio. Something happened with my mic, and I legit don't have any audio for this round. So I guessed kind of middle, but I feel like I should have been smarter about that and guessed lower down because it makes sense that it'd be lower down because it's like, you know, it's cold over there, so it makes sense it would be closer to Antarctica, but, you know, the more you learn. And then last, I had Mongolia. Nothing really to note about Mongolia except the pack. I'm not really good at Mongolia. My buddy Marcel is much better. For this first game, I guessed here, 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 and here, getting me a grand total of 15,723 points. But could I turn it around on Tuesday, June 27th? Let's find out. Let us go ahead and get started. This looks like a hard one because Marcel only got 21. Oh, God. That's why it's hard. This is the hard part. I have two thoughts. My first thought is it's like Antarctica somewhere. And my second thought is like it's like somewhere in Greenland. And you know where I guessed? Antarctica, baby, because I'm silly. But I'll get back to that in a second. For this game, we had Greenland, Cambodia, Japan, Turkey, and last but not least, South Africa. Okay, there's a couple things to note in this one. First off, this one sucked. This one sucked so bad. The only reason why I assumed that this was Antarctica and not Greenland was the fact that the ship said Navy on it. There is very little to zero English in Greenland. So the chances of there being English is much higher in Antarctica than Greenland. And you know what? I guess on pretty much the complete opposite side of the globe. So that was awkward. So I don't know what they're doing up in Greenland. I don't know what kind of navy is invading Greenland. But that was just not fair. I didn't think that was cool. The second one was not super interesting. The only thing that was of note here was that there were Lao flags for some reason. And so my initial thought was Lao, but it was in fact Cambodia. And I pretty much nailed it, which was nice. Japan, not much to note of Japan. I'm not very good at region guessing Japan, so I couldn't really figure it out. For Turkey, the environment really looked like Turkey, and the language also looked like Turkey. I saw Sorgun and Yozgat on the sign, but I could not find it on the map. So that one's not super interesting. And then last one, I have some beef with this one. So it dropped us off in South Africa with this sign. And the sign says MR 230, which is obviously the name of a highway or something, right? And the only place that I know in the lower part of Africa, in southern Africa, that has MR and then numbers after it is in Eswatini. They have 1 or 2 digits following MR. They don't have 3 digits following MR. But I stuck my pin in Eswatini because that was the only place that had MR labeled highways. However, MR 230 does not exist. I don't know if this is old coverage and they've since changed the name conventions for their highways in South Africa. But man, MR 230 doesn't exist in South Africa. So that was kind of not cool. But in this game, I guess here, 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 and here, netting me with a grand total of 17,762 points, which is better than the previous day, but not great. So let's see if I can turn it around on Wednesday, June 28th. And this game we had Russia, 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 and Russia. I'm just kidding. No, but we had Russia twice. We had Russia 2 times. 2 whole times in the game. In this game we had Russia, Mexico, Russia again, Turkey, and last but not least, Serbia. Okay, this wasn't cool. This really wasn't cool. I was a little upset that they did Russia twice. Because Russia is a big country, and most people aren't very good at Russia, because there is just so much to guess in Russia. There's so much ground to cover. It's a big-ass country, and it's hard to figure out where you are. Both the Russia rounds murdered me. You want to know a fun fact about Japan? In Japan, cars have the steering wheel on the right side. And for the most part, Russia has cars with steering wheels on the left side. They drive on the right side of the road, and most of the time, in countries that drive on the right side of the road, they have their steering wheel on the left side. However, in areas of Russia that are closer to Japan, they have a lot of Japanese imported cars which have the steering wheel on the right side. Now, in the second Russia round, I noticed that some of the cars had the steering wheel on the right side, and I still didn't guess near Japan. Dude, I don't know. Driving on their steering wheel is on the right. Steering wheel is on the right. I don't know exactly which side of the road they drive on steering wheel rise in Ukraine. So that is I think this is Russia, to be honest. I guess we'll find out. All right. This is not fair at all. So I did terribly. I just did god-awful. There's really not that much to talk about in this one besides the car thing I just mentioned. But in round 2, I just want to flex a little bit because I saw a truck that said Yucatan, and so I guessed Yucatan, and I absolutely murdered Marcel in that one. He guessed so far away from Yucatan in Mexico, but I guessed Yucatan. I didn't nail it, but I guessed way better. Anyways, I guessed here, 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 and here, netting me with a grand total of 12,098 points, which is pretty bad. That's bronze. Anything below 15 is bronze, and typically I end up between silver and gold. I hardly ever get bronze, but boy did I nail that bronze today. So Thursday, June 29th, has to be better, right? Right? In this game, we had Mexico, Indonesia, Ukraine, South Korea, and Malta. In Mexico, when I see a lot of X's, now I don't know how accurate this is, but when I see a lot of X's, I feel like it's probably lower down in the Oaxaca area, only because I know that the indigenous languages of Mexico use X's, and over in the lower part of Mexico is where a lot of people who use indigenous language reside. So whenever I see a town name, like this one, which has a lot of X's in it, I guess somewhere near Oaxaca. And it hasn't screwed me over that bad yet, and this one was a pretty solid move because it was fairly close. In the second one, I saw the Indonesia flag. I was looking around for this Blitar Indonesia, but I honestly didn't find anything. So this one was not very good. This third one I assumed was Russia, to be honest with you. I didn't find anything to prove to me that it was Ukraine, besides maybe the coloring on that sign right there. And so I actually guessed in the part of Russia that's kind of nearer to Europe, and that was pretty good. That was a decent guess because it was closer to Ukraine than I expected. I honestly was not expecting it to be Ukraine, so that was good. So South Korea, was not great. I didn't do super well on this round, only because I just sent the middle of South Korea. I didn't really know where I was. I couldn't find those highway numbers anywhere. But it turns out it was the middle of Seoul, which was cool. And then last but not least is Malta, baby. Malta is so easy. Malta just looks like Malta, man. And you can tell where you are in Malta pretty easily. In this game, I guessed here, 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 and here, netting me with a grand total of 20,110 points. So finally this week, I had a good game. It took until Thursday for me to get a good game. But can I keep it up for the last day of June, Friday, June 30th? And spoiler alert, I did amazing. This game was actually really cool. I enjoyed this one a lot, not only because I did well, but because the locations were actually really interesting, right? And then Hungary, I was actually able to find the city that we're in, which is pretty cool. However, we weren't like super close to that city. We weren't in that city. We were like right outside that city. So that's not great, but you know, it's not too bad. The fourth round, Canary Islands, was really interesting. I knew we were in a European Union based country because we had European Union plates on the cars. And so at first I thought Spain, right? But it just looked so island-like to me. I was like, this can't be Spain or Portugal. So I kind of looked around and I realized that Las Palmas was an area in the Canary Islands. And I found the highway GC1 on the Canary Islands and I got the wrong side of the island, but I still pretty much nailed it. And then for the last one, South Korea, I always check the small island first because it's a lot easier to scan and then move on to the big portion. But it ended up being that small island and I nailed it, which was awesome. I ended up guessing here, 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 and here, netting me with a grand total of 24,100 points, which was my first gold this week on a Friday. So that was not great. Hasn't been a great week. Well, the last few games have been getting incrementally better and better. So can I do even better on Saturday, July 1st? In this game, we had Australia, Chile, Uganda, Argentina, and last but not least, Luxembourg. And you know what? This game was better than Friday. All right, let's talk about this one. I really lucked out on Australia. I straight up lucked out. I kind of assumed that there was water to the east of us, and so I guessed Brisbane. There was water to the east of us, and it was Brisbane. I thought either Brisbane or Sydney, and my guess for Brisbane really panned out because that was really convenient. For Chile, all I had to do was find this sign. It said Chile, and then I looked for La Serena and ended up finding it. Too easy. Uganda. Almost all the time you're in Kampala, Uganda, so there's really not much to talk about here. I nailed Kampala. Pretty easy. For the Argentina round, it did take me a little bit longer than the other ones. I did end up finding something that said Buenos Aires, so I sent Buenos Aires, and I absolutely nailed it. And last but not least, Luxembourg. The most notable thing about Luxembourg is that they have orange plates, or yellow plates, whatever you like to say, on the front and back. And also, I saw pretty much no English, so I kind of assumed we were in Luxembourg, and that turned out pretty well. I guessed here, 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 and here. And would you look at that? I got 24,811 points, which is better than Friday. I did great today. I was on my way up, baby. Nothing could stop me now. Except, what's this? Sunday, June 2nd? Oh no, that means Speedy Sunday. That's right. On Sundays, I like to do a little thing called Speedy Sunday, where I try to make my guess in 30 seconds or less. I'm just going to let this one run because it's only 5 minutes long. So I will see you at the end. Alrighty. It is Sunday. And you know what that means, baby? It's a Speedy Sunday. Speedy Sunday just means that we are doing it fast, baby. Like my idol Sonic the Hedgehog. I try to go between 15 and 30 seconds. Or I try to guess within 30 seconds. It seems as though this is a country that is not in the European Union. It would also lead me to believe that this is possibly Russia. I really don't want this to be Russia. Dang it, it's Russia. All right, well, I don't know. All right, could have been worse. Could have been much worse. Next round. Well, that was convenient that we had the RU right there. from the get-go. That was helpful. Auto handle, something worsted transport. I would say like maybe Germany perhaps, or Gunnerweg. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, I would say somewhere near Germany. I don't know exactly where, but yeah, the blur. Yep, we're somewhere in Germany. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Could have been worse. Glad I chose a city on that side. Not bad, not bad. I was almost going to choose Hamburg, because we've been there a couple times recently. This is... I mean, Spanish-speaking America. Ooh, this could be difficult. This could prove to be difficult. There is an orange plate just now, so this could be Colombia. Actually, that would check out with, like, the vegetation. Colombia is kind of big, so... That was only one car. Nope, that's all the cars. Alright, Colombia it is. I don't know. Alright. Oh, I gotta remember to guess, like, over here. Because, like, you can only go this far. That's fairly middle. That's fine, though. We're in Monteria. I think we've been there before. Oh, red plate. This is, is this Bhutan? I think this is Bhutan. Pretty sure this is Bhutan. Yeah, sure. Pretty sure the red plate means we're in Bhutan somewhere. Where's Bhutan? Here it is. I don't know. Somewhere in there, yeah? Yep. That's the city that I saw. Okay, interesting. This is another, Spanish... Well, actually, hold on. Yeah. This is Argentina, based on the plates. What does this sign say? Oh, no, it's just the... Dang it. Pretty arid over here, pretty dry. I'm not really good at region guessing Argentina. The only kind of way I do that is by looking at the map and seeing how dry it is. Hold on, let's look at mountains. Do we have much mountains? We have kind of mountains to the south of us. We have water to the... directly to the, so I would say maybe we're somewhere like over here. A little bit further down. Alright, not bad. That could have been worse. View results. 1887. What did Marcel get? Marcel got 18 something. Oh, wow. Look at that. And I did it shorter than him. Dang. 18,120. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a couple. I mean, the Russia one, you're kind of SOL for that. Oh, he did better. Huh. Interesting. What did he do worse on? He did worse on... Oh, he did worse on the last one. What was the last one? Oh, he guessed really high up in Argentina. Yeah, I mean, that one is kind of difficult. But I guess I was lucky to see the water, so I knew we had to be further down. And it was pretty dry, so like if you're near the water and it's dry, it's probably down here. Alright, well, that concludes the week. So, in total, this week, Monday, 15,723. Tuesday, 17,762. Wednesday, 12,098. Thursday, 20,110. Friday, 24,100 gold, baby. And Saturday, 24,811, rounding it off with a nice speedy Sunday of 18,870 points. And that was this week in GeoGuessr. Well, the daily challenge specifically, but that was my week in the GeoGuessr Daily Challenge. I hope you like this video. It's a little bit different than what I do typically, but I just kind of wanted to do something different. A, because I was working on a project that was taking a lot of time, and B, because I want to change it up, you know? So let me know if this is an interesting way to make these videos. I enjoy playing the Daily Challenge. I think it's a lot of fun, but you know, it does kind of take a lot of time to throw a video up every day, because that's what I had been doing prior. So, you know, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below if you feel so inclined. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Farewell and salutations.